fruits that have lycopene in them. This video is about the best things to eat. Some of the foods we'll talk about in this lesson have been shown to help reduce the symptoms of an enlarged prostate. Other foods have been shown to make it less likely to have an enlarged prostate in the first place. And some have even been shown to help lower the risk of prostate cancer. I'll talk about what each food does for prostate health. So what are some of the best foods to eat if you have an enlarged prostate? Lycopene is a red pigment that is found in a lot of different fruits, and it is actually known to reduce prostate size and the risk of prostate enlargement, as well as the risk of getting prostate cancer. Now, what are some fruits that actually contain lycopene? Some of them include tomatoes, and tomatoes actually have some of the highest levels of lycopene. We can also find lycopene in watermelon, grapefruit, papaya, and apricot. Some other foods to eat with a large prostate include fish and fish oil, particularly omega-3 fatty acid. The evidence is actually controversial. Fish oil may reduce the risk of cancer. It's still not quite known at this point, but it has been shown to reduce other types of cancer and also to be beneficial for other types of health problems. So fish in fish oil, especially omega-3 fatty acids, and we can find omega-3 fatty acids in fish like salmon and mackerel. So again, fruits containing lycopene are very important and very beneficial for prostate health in reducing prostate size, reducing the risk of prostate enlargement and prostate cancer. This type of a red pigment can be found in tomatoes, watermelon, grapefruit, papaya, apricots, and papaya. Fish and fish oil, especially fish with omega-3 fatty acids, may also reduce the risk of cancer, but there isn't enough evidence to say for sure. Salmon and mackerel are good sources of omega-3 fatty acids. Foods for prostate health. Some other foods that are beneficial for prostate health include citrus fruits, and this evidence comes from this article on the association between dietary vitamin C intake and risk of prostate cancer in a meta-analysis involving 103,658 subjects. The reason why citrus fruits are important with regards to prostate health is because they have high levels of vitamin C, and vitamin C intake has been associated with a reduced risk of prostate cancer as found in that article. I just mentioned that some good sources of vitamin C include oranges, lemons, and grapefruit. Another group of foods that are important and very beneficial for prostate health, especially in a large prostate, include nuts containing zinc. So the prostate contains high levels of zinc itself, and it has been shown that there is decreased zinc levels in BPH, benign prostatic hyperplasia, that is just the medical term we used for an enlarged prostate. So in normal individuals, prostate has high levels of zinc, but in individuals with an enlarged prostate, we see decreased zinc levels. And zinc has also been found to inhibit 5-alpha reductase. So 5-alpha reductase has actually been shown to play a role in prostate enlargement as it converts testosterone to the more potent testosterone known as dihydrotestosterone, and zinc also inhibits prolactin as well. And we also see zinc intake associated with a reduced risk of prostate cancer. So because of all of these aspects of zinc, it seems to be important with regards to reducing the risk of prostate enlargement and reducing the risk of prostate cancer. So what are some of the sources of zinc? Some foods that contain zinc are cashews, peanuts, and almonds. Citrus fruits are also important because they are high in vitamin C, which has been linked to a lower risk of prostate cancer. Nuts that contain zinc are also important because zinc has been shown to stop the 5-F zinc intake itself has been linked to a lower risk of prostate cancer. A few categories of foods that are beneficial for an enlarged prostate come from one of the best articles out there. One of them is Brazil nuts, another type of nut. We can see that nuts seem to be very beneficial, especially cashews and almonds. And now we see that Brazil nuts are also important, and the reason why Brazil nuts play an important role in the prostate health because they contain high levels of selenium, and selenium intake has been associated with a reduced risk of prostate cancer. Another important supplement with regards to an enlarged enlarged prostate is vitamin D. So vitamin D supplementation is associated with a reduced risk of benign prostatic hyperplasia or an enlarged prostate. And the reason is that because vitamin D binding receptors are present in the prostate and bladder, they seem to play a role in maintaining prostate size and health. Some sources of vitamin D include fish like salmon, so we talked about salmon being important as a good food to eat if you have an enlarged prostate, and we can also get vitamin D from supplements. Oh, why don't you take vitamin D from some other meats or dairy products? Well, we find that red meats and dairy products may not be good for prostate health. If you want more information on foods not to eat with an enlarged prostate, please check out my lesson on that topic. I mentioned here eating salmon and taking vitamin D supplements themselves. I mentioned that here because some other sources of vitamin D like red meat may not be good for prostate health. So again, Brazil nuts contain high levels of selenium, and selenium intake is associated with a reduced risk of prostate cancer, and vitamin D supplementation is associated with a reduced risk of having an enlarged prostate to begin with. So we can get vitamin D from sources like salmon, and vitamin supplements now is another category of foods that is very beneficial for an enlarged prostate, especially in helping reduce symptoms of an enlarged prostate. Beta-sitosterol is a plant phytosterol, and you might be wondering where I can find it. It's actually found in a variety of different dietary sources. I'm going to mention quite a few here, and the reason why beta-sitosterol consumption is recommended. If you have an enlarged prostate, it can improve urine flow in benign prostatic hyperplasia. So it improves symptoms associated with an enlarged prostate. So where can we get beta-sitosterol? We can get it from canola oil. So using canola oil has very good levels of beta-sitosterol. We can also get it from avocados and avocado oil. So high levels of beta-sitosterol can be found in avocados. You can also find it in nuts like pistachios, and we can also find it in dark chocolate. Now, dark chocolate is a better source of beta-sitosterol than milk chocolate. So dark chocolate would be a better source of beta-sitosterol. Again, foods containing beta-sitosterol are important with regards to an enlarged prostate because beta-sitosterol has been found to improve urine flow in benign prostatic hyperplasia or an enlarged prostate. We can also find beta-sitosterol in things like canola oil, avocados or avocados, nuts like pistachios, particularly pistachios, and dark chocolate in another category. Allium vegetables of foods to eat. If you have an enlarged prostate, include allium vegetables. So you might be wondering what allium vegetables are. These are a genus of flowering plants, and also that might not help you recognize what they are. Allium vegetables include garlic and onions. Garlic and onions are important and have been found to actually reduce the risk of having an enlarged prostate to begin with, as was found in this article about onion and garlic intake and the odds of benign prostatic hyperplasia. In that article, it was found that increased consumption of garlic and onions is associated with a reduced risk of BHP or a reduced risk of having an enlarged prostate. So this is very important. A high level of consumption of garlic and onions seems to reduce your risk of getting an enlarged prostate. So these are important vegetables to consume in your diet. So that's all we have for you today. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Let us know what you think in the comments section. If you're just starting to follow us, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you'll know when we post new videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.